Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is a bonus Blue Moon for the month of May Tarot Oracle reading. And Libra, you are the star of this astrological insight. If your sun sign is not Libra, and you do have your birth chart, which house is Libra in, that will give you further clarity as to where this energy is going to show up for you. This is a timely reading, meaning if you're watching it at this time, it is the perfect time for you. Having said that, if it's been a while since I've posted this, what was going on in your life back then? That might give you further clarity as to your situation now. All right, I think we need to move this over a little. Just going to double check it. Good, perfect. I'm getting the hang of this new reading style I'm doing. All right, we do have the Ten of Cups as the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck for this reading. And it's the Ten of Cups. I mean, what can we say? Ultimate fulfillment in a perfectly imperfect world. Now, are you ever going to have 100% perfection 24/7? No, it's highly unlikely. But this is saying having like a lot of love in your life, the partner that you want, the children, maybe the home where you want to live, your career is going well, like that type of energy. You love your clients, they love you, you're getting along, you're having fun, and this is quite often a promise being sent your way after hardship. So fortune after hardship, and saying you deserve to have all the love in the world. And then for your internal forces, we do have the Magician. The Magician is talking about as above, so below. And the Magician is talking about the infinite potential, 100% infinite potential to the power of infinity and beyond at your disposal, bringing your thoughts down to from above down to below onto earth to create a beautiful garden for yourself. And this is talking about you have all the tools you need on this bench. You need to learn how to use them and learn which tool to use at the best time. And also, this is talking about, you know, if you ever have had a garden, if you've noticed, if you leave tools laying around, they don't get up and do the work for you. You're going to have to put some of your own energy into this. And we have the King of Wands as your, the position that you're in, how you feel about your self-image right now. So you're feeling pretty good. You're feeling like the King of Wands. He's very optimistic, loves adventure, a visionary. This is considered to be the sexiest king of them all. And he is very charming, the kind of guy you wouldn't kick out of bed for eating crackers. You could forgive him for anything because he's got a good sense of humor and he's optimistic, and a lot of people enjoy his company. The thing about the King of Wands is we see these salamanders here, and the salamanders are representing, with the tail here and the line, represent protection from fire. That's because this is his element. He has a wooden wand, and this represents passionate action. And the wand is from the tree. So it's representing the strong roots from your ancestors, and also the offshoots are representing any descendants. And also, I noticed a while back that there's like a face on the back of his throne here. And so this is, you know, there's two eyes here, there's a mustache and smoke coming out of the mouth and nose here. And I feel like this is just saying that the king is smoking hot because he is, or it could be where there's smoke, there's fire. And what I mean by that is the King of Wands is probably the last to settle down and be, you know, in a relationship. He's got as his love for new adventure and new projects sometimes bleeds into his romantic life. So he has a tendency to have a lot of partners and play the field. And then maybe later in life, he values his freedom above all. So, he might at some point settle down, and he might not. Just keeping that in mind. And the Emperor And the Emperor is talking about how you feel about your abundance right now. Well, this is high-level performance at its peak. This is, alpha male energy. The Emperor actually wears his armor underneath his robe because he's ready to grab an opportunity at any time. He can be a little bit controlling because he's used to being in control. And, a lot of, like, the beta males don't even approach to try and take his ankh from him. It's like, no, I don't think so. He'll probably clean my clock, that kind of energy. But he is someone that a lot of people admire because he has a lot of knowledge. Whatever field he's in, he's at the top. He's proven himself over and over again. He has nothing to prove to anyone. And so this energy, the one thing is he can be set in his ways and be quite controlling. This would represent some sort of authority figure. And so this is regarding your abundance. So you may see yourself in this position now. Maybe you're fire energy and you're ready to settle down. That type of energy. We'll see. We'll see we have this ultimate fulfillment. We have, for your internal forces, a lot of... this is like an energetic upgrade. So something really beneficial is coming into your life. It looks after a dark night of the soul. So something may have happened where you were, in some real heavy energy. The dark night of the soul is when something happens and it really triggers a lot going on inside of you, and you need time to isolate and be able to heal from it. And so the hermit climbs the mountain so that he's at the top and nobody is going to bother him. He'll see them coming if they do. And the lantern, when it fills with the light of the North Star, that's the North Node energy, that's his destined path. And when that lights up his rod, he knows, okay, it's time to take action. This is talking about meditation and prayer to connect with God, with the Most High, with source energy. And then we have judgment. And so judgment is being called regarding some sort of situation, and it's coming after you have gone and asked for help from God. Like, what are my next steps here? And judgment is being called. And your ancestors are literally climbing out of their boxes. They're so thrilled. The trumpet is blowing. Dun, 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 dun. So this could be unfinished business from when they were on the earth and they may have crossed the veil. The descendants are waving across the veil to them and saying, hey, yes, and they're very happy and excited that justice is coming in for something. So they may not have been able to, sew everything up before they cross the veil, and they have unfinished business that they want changed. And this, if they don't manage to do it, then it's up to their bloodline to do it for them. This can represent skeletons coming out of the closet, even if someone has, opened Pandora's box against all advice. Once you open Pandora's box, well, you just got to deal with all the shift that comes out, and it just seems like it just keeps on coming. And so this is the energy of having that kind of energy happen, judgment being called, and realizing you still need some more healing. And this is regarding, I feel, your childhood. This is about communication in your early childhood. And, with the hermit here, it almost feels like you were in isolation, like you didn't feel like you could go to your parents or anyone, really. You felt isolated. Perhaps you were the black sheep of the family kind of energy. You might have been bullied in school and, bullied at home and just not felt like you fit in anywhere where you're at. And so that's when you had developed a really strong relationship with God. And sometimes that's how things are supposed to be. A lot of times when there's rejection, it is actually God's protection. Even if you're in a family and you don't fit in, it might be for very good reason. And maybe you're finding out about the skeletons coming out of the closet here. And possibly even, as I said, Pandora's box being opened. And now you're going to God again and saying, I need healing from my childhood, because this is a lot of information coming in. And I'm unsure of myself at this time of what actions to take. And this is, because the emotion is really raw. I feel you've found out something that is maybe challenging to accept, or it kind of is, because this is communication from your early childhood, and then this is how it has affected you now in your emotional foundation now in your home, and and how you are dealing with your everyday life. And this is talking about the rough waters in tarot represent volatile emotion and maybe chaotic energy around you. And all the swords here, the swords in tarot represent the element of air. This is about your thoughts. And, the swords represent your mental intelligence and your discipline of your mind. And wanting to heal something that happened in your childhood that is still probably deep in your subconscious mind. This conveyor is having to push off with this long pole deep into the mud to push this boat over, into the calmer waters. So it's, again, it's been something that's been very challenging for you to deal with, the information you received from the judgment. And you can see that this adult and child have no baggage. So this is talking about healing something that happened in your subconscious mind, in your inner child, that is holding you back from enjoying the most, like this infinite potential. And so you're going off again to heal that energy. You recognize that specifically is what is holding you back, and you have questions about your childhood because there's I feel some truth has come out and it's not what you thought it was possibly. And then we have this energy from the King of Swords. King of Swords energy represents, someone who generally has a career that's using their intelligence and, their education rather than a hands-on type of work to earn their living. This energy represents someone who understands words, the power of words, that words can be used as weapons and they can also be used to uplift. And particularly when you're talking to yourself, if you've had a inner child and you've been treated with harsh words and feeling isolated, you may continue to saying those kinds of things to yourself, and you need to catch that and just keep changing your vocabulary towards yourself, because those words have power. And this is also talking about the King of Swords. This would be someone like in politics, possibly someone in upper government. I mean, this is a king, so if he is a politician of some sort, she. Remember, all of these characters in tarot are archetypes, so they're not gender specific. They represent masculine and feminine energy. So this could be a female in her masculine energy as well as a male in his masculine energy. And so this is talking about logical thinking, and the sword though is double-edged, and so you need to use your logic and your intuition to be able to come to strong creative solutions to any problem. So this would represent, if it's a politician, it would be like president, prime minister, people in the upper, that have a lot of clout, senators, congressmen, ministers in the financial government. This would represent also possibly lawyer energy, like the legal system. So this could be judges and a head prosecutor, possibly someone who's involved in the law. Lawyers, if this is a lawyer, they would probably be someone who's a partner in a prestigious firm, someone that's been around a while and has gained a reputation as being a good lawyer. This could be a surgeon, a dentist, a veterinarian, a psychiatrist. This could represent also the energy of maybe a best-selling author. People on, an influencer on social media, someone who speaks for their living. Your thoughts are expressed through words, and those can either be verbal or they can be, written. So that's the type of energy we're dealing with here. And so you might this could be someone who does research as well, an engineer, an architect, someone who has new ideas to build things, and patents possibly, and that type of information. So there could be patents from an inventor, a researcher that has found a cure for something. It's someone that uses their mind to benefit the planet. Hopefully, that's what they're doing. And so this is the internal forces. Now, this is in your romance, children, and creativity. So I feel that this energy is going to, like, once you heal this, it's going to really open up your creativity and make you, open you up a little bit, because there's a lot of sword energy here that's holding you back, I feel, and like being stuck, you know, sort of like, okay, this is the way things have to be. And so this is going to lighten you up a little, I feel. And this energy is talking about your habits, your health, and your daily routine changing. We're going to check the external forces here. You know, the Libra energy is about justice, and it's also, and we have the scales of justice here, and it's also about being mature enough to make commitments. And the next card coming in is, well, first we're going to look at the external forces from the overlying energy, and we have the Empress energy. So I feel this is the energy I was picking up. I feel like all this inner work that you're doing, you know, you can tell if it's coming from internal forces, because you'll be saying, what if this happens? What if they do that? And then I have to do this. What if I pick the wrong person to be my romantic partner because of something I was used to from my childhood, you know, and didn't understand that was what that type of energy is exactly the opposite of what I really want in my authentic desires. And we have the Empress here representing the external forces. And I feel that this is saying, and this quite often can come up, the Empress is considered like a status that you reach from in the major arcana. She embodies the qualities of all four queens from the minor arcana. And the reason and how she got there is by going through some hardships and some, you know, some successes, going through life and constantly improving, being the best version of herself she can be, learning from the past, learning from what's going on, being willing to go in and meditate and pray and learn to use her intuition as well as her logic, sharpen both those skills. You know, and know when to ask for help, know when something is beyond her and she needs to go to the Most High and meditate, pray, get the answers she needs before taking the actions. So the Empress is considered to be a generator of energy. Like, she's like a magnet attracting, you know, manifestations of beautiful energy coming in. It's because she has learned to look after herself, and she's learned what's in her authentic heart and how to become a better version of herself through her actions. And this is the wheat at her feet here is representing her ability to grow bumper crops, and she's known to be pregnant with possibility. Sometimes this could represent, with this energy coming in, like if you're not looking to get pregnant right now, be aware that you're probably quite fertile. And the Libra energy is like when you're old enough now, like you're mature enough, whatever that age is for you, where you're ready for a commitment of marriage and possibly having children and that type of energy, and ready to enter the rat race of adult life, basically. And you're off and running, you know, in a more mature way now. And the Empress, she makes plans, and she, you know, is this wheat growing at her feet is representing that energy. So if she's going to grow a crop, she's going to ask, okay, well, what kind of crop? Is it going to be durum or is it going to be wheat? Wheat, okay. Which field is best suited for a crop of wheat? And then she's going to check out the soil and make sure that if it needs amending, that she'll fertilize, do what she needs to, pick all the rocks and the stones, anything that could damage the seeding and the harvesting equipment. And then she's going to wait for the perfect time and plant those seeds. And then after that, she's going to wave her wand and say, okay, nature, do your thing. I have faith that you'll do your best to grow my crop for me. And she doesn't spray, so she's, because she's an organic farmer. So she just lets it go now, and she allows nature to do its thing and see, okay, what's going to happen here. And she's known for growing bumper crops, pregnant with possibility, attracting, like she's in the flow, and she's in the know, that type of energy. Look at this, we have an Ace of Cups coming in. So this could represent your energy attracting an Empress energy because you have learned so much now that you're in this energy. And remember, this is talking about someone who's really good at using their intuition. This could be a male or a female. And this energy of a new cup of beautiful love coming in is representing like a peaceful kind of love, overflowing in the flow, representing an energy of, everlasting love. Out of the mud grows the beautiful water lilies. And so this is a gift from the divine and also from the universe collaborating to bring in this energy to you. Now, if you're already in a position where you have a partner, because this is going in partners, commitments, and spousal energy, this could be a revival of that energy so that you're upgrading. Both of you have, when a lot of times when people get divorced, they'll say things like, you're not the person I married. And like, well, when did you marry this person? Like 10 years ago? Well, I hope they're not the same person. And I hope you're not the same person, because hopefully you've learned something, and that's the kind of energy, looking at it from that perspective. If you don't already have a partner, and you're looking for one, this is saying and I'll tell you right now, we have this blue moon happening on May 31st. Now, the blue moon, sometimes there will be a blue moon where the color actually changes, and that's usually, though, when a volcano explodes and there's lots of ash in the air, or if there's a huge fire somewhere and it blows in and it blocks the view. Or the rays, the red rays, so that the sun or the moon at night, you can't see the red in it, and it turns it kind of a blue color. But that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about in May, there's actually 2 full moons. So I just want to point out, if you have been looking for my new moon reading, I didn't do one this month because there's 2 full moons, and I only have room in my month for 2, not 3 moon readings. So I decided to do the blue moon one, because the blue moon is when there's 2 full moons in 1 month. So we had one on May 1st, and then we have another one coming up on May 31st. And this is quite rare. It only happens about every 2.5 to 3 years. And it's, I feel like it's it can be a real challenging time. But if you work through it, usually, in my experience, when there's been blue moons, that's sometimes when, there was a lot of shift going on at the time, and it seemed like, oh, this isn't going to work. But then in the end, it was brilliant, and it did work, and it was a wonderful thing. So this is talking about that type of energy. And on June 9th, Venus and Jupiter are going to come together in the sign of Cancer on June 9th for like 24 hours, basically. And this, a lot of astrologers are saying, is going to be the most lucky day of the year. And some are even going as far as saying luckiest day in the decade. Because I don't think it's been in this sign. It's been for over 30 years, the last time that Venus and Jupiter have met together for any length of time in the sign of Cancer. And this is about your home and coming home, like that type of energy. And it is about love and money, and very, very beneficial energy astrologically. I feel like this blue moon is in Sagittarius, the full moon, and it's talking about using your intuition a lot here. And when there's 2 full moons in 1 month, the moon energy, Cancer is all about feeling and using your intuition. And opposing the Sagittarius energy is Gemini. And Gemini is all about logic. And so this is this logic, intuition energy. And so this is saying use them both, but there's a lot of advantage right now for your intuition, for expansion. That's what a new adventure in your life, new coming in. And at the same time also, Jupiter is the most generous of all the planets. And this is about good luck coming your way, good fortune coming your way. So I'm going to be talking about that more in the next reading. I'm going to do the beginning of June, but I just want to point out, I do feel that this blue moon energy, they say once in a blue moon, that it's a springboard for June 9th energy. So you could use this energy to propel you into the June 9th energy now. And this means like really keep your thoughts on where you want to go. Don't be negative talking yourself out of doing new adventures, or that type of energy. And if you're looking for love, this would be a very beneficial time that it could be coming in. And we do have the Knight of Swords coming in here. The Knight of Swords seems to be in a panic about this. This is an external force. This is someone who is coming in with some information. And, the Knights in the tarot represent the energy of communication and information being delivered. Now, in the old days, the only long-distance communication they had would be to go by horse or camel and then wait for the answer, and then travel all the way back from kingdom to kingdom. So it could be very inefficient in many ways. This is saying like this energy, this Knight of Swords is in a hurry to get this information back, or either running to or from information. Is he running from this energy of you having this, because this is an external force, of you being in this energy? Because that looks like he might be panicking because you're in this energy. I don't know why that would be, but you see, he's got a big red flag on the back of his helmet. His sword is representing his thoughts, and we can only see half of it. So he might only have half the information, and we can't see the point of it. So can he see the point of it? And also, he's pushing this horse, and horses represent in tarot your heart. Horses are all about heart and your passion. And he's pushing this horse against the wind through barren land. The horse is totally stressed out. So, and he looks like he's pressed the panic button. He's either running from something or to something in a hurry. And even look at the sky, even the clouds in the sky are jagged, it's like, he's got a lot of anxiety going on here. So what is this about? Sometimes this card can represent an investigation going on, and now it's coming to head, and judgment is being called with this energy. So if someone's been involved in some illegalities in some way, or something happened in your childhood that was really traumatic, and you're starting to remember it, they don't want you to remember it, whoever this is. This is talking, sometimes this energy can represent the communication. It's not necessarily someone going to be knocking on your door like in the old days. This energy could be, there's so many forms of communication that are efficient now. We have, this could be a phone call, a text message. This could be documents coming in the mail, or some sort of delivery. Energy coming in from an email. Maybe someone messages you on social media. You see an event posted, you go to the event, and then you meet someone, and lo and behold, they have the perfect energy for you. Also, it's a good idea to keep an eye on what is going on with the kings at the top of the pyramid here, because whatever they're doing up there is going to have a huge effect on everybody down below. And we're seeing this a lot in the planet right now. I feel like this person is running from the truth, and from information coming in about the truth and actions from that truth, because this is a transition. And I don't know, it could even affect this emperor in some way, or the emperor may be the authority figure that hired an investigator, private eye, some sort of this is representing technology to spy on people, like hidden cameras, hidden mics, that type of energy. And we see a lot more of that these days. There's cameras everywhere. And, we see people who have been, putting hidden cameras in their home, and then putting that on on the dark web. Like there's all sorts of shift going on in the dark, basically. And I feel like this is someone's pressing the panic button because some truth is coming out about something that happened, something that happened in your childhood. And now the truth is coming out, and if you're on the right side of the law, you're going to be like, well, yay, the truth is finally coming out. So it's not something to worry about unless you're this dude. then you might have something to worry about, or you're associated with this dude. And but this is up here. This is going to cause transition for them and for you. Now, okay, and this is because you had the courage and the strength to go inward and heal this inner child energy. This card here is talking about facing your deepest fears, and quite often those come from your subconscious mind when you're a child. And like, you might have like snippets of memory, but you can't remember the whole thing. And you might have these memories that are really upsetting, but you don't know where they're coming from. And now I feel that energy is coming to you, and there's going to be some like literal, like, 3D proof coming in. That's this judgment coming in here. And an investigation might even be happening right now regarding this. And, this young woman is facing this lion. He's a mature male lion, and she is reaching deep into his mouth to prove to herself that she can go deep and erase her fears. She wants to be in this infinite potential. She's decided, I deserve to have this good life. And look at this energy is all supporting that. Why would this person be running from that, Now, the King of Wands, the King of Swords, and the Emperor, this could represent that you are the Emperor, and you have learned, like the Empress has, all the qualities of the kings rolled into one person. And you've had to, so I feel this is talking about that energy for both of you. And because you have gone through all this and you are in that energy, high-level performance and high-level manifestation, that's what you're attracting. And so if you're attracting someone in your love life, someone that would be a partner in business, someone that you're committed to, they make a commitment, that is because you've done the healing work. Both of you have done the healing work too, because you both want this better lifestyle. So really awesome. And this is talking about your higher learning. And then we have, look at all the pentacles coming in from that energy. This is talking about the 9 of Pentacles. There's only 10 pentacles in tarot. I mean, if you think about 10 being the highest, that's billionaire, trillionaire, and this would be multimillionaire. And so 9 pentacles is nothing to sneeze at. And this card always reminds me of Nikola Tesla, the famous inventor, genius. He would say, if you knew the beauty of the 369, then you would have the key to the universe. And I feel that's like this, what this falcon is representing. She has her hand on 2/3 and 1/3, like it's a ratio. This is representing the 6, is representing what she holds on to, what she knows, I need this to pay my bills, to look after myself properly, to make sure that my business and everything is running smoothly, and a little extra in case something goes wrong. And then I have these 3 pentacles, and I'm going to use maybe one for a risky investment that will really pay off, and and increase my financial portfolio and my lifestyle. Therefore, I'm going to use this one for charity, and I'm going to use this one to save up for that holiday that I want to go on with my new lover. How about that energy? And so this is, the pre-Empress energy leading up to this energy. So this is talking about everything that's happened to you, and all the inner work that you're doing is a definite energetic upgrade, and it's allowing you to deal with these external forces in a new way. This is your career and reputation. So if there's been some energy where there was a problem with that, this is saying, that when the truth comes out, it's going to really elevate you into a whole new energy. It's really good energy, Libra. And it is talking about someone has their eye on you. So this is the Page of Cups energy. This can represent, the pages would be younger versions of the knights. And this, this page, he's dealing with cups. And the cup energy, as I said, is about love. Quite often this will be romantic love, why this person has their eye on you. But it also could be a business partner that has their eye on you and saying, oh, look at that. I would like to work with this person. There's a lot of potential there for sure. And we have common interests. I think we would really enjoy working together, and maybe this is also a love relationship. So this can represent, sometimes this can, this is talking about romantic love most of the time. The pages would work for the king and queen early, like around 7 to 14, depending on their maturity level. Now you have to think, well, that's really young to work, but back in those days the life expectancy was half of what it is now. So, you know, they didn't have a long childhood back in those days. And this would be a real coup, because to work for the palace, I mean, think about all that you would learn, and, you know, to live in the palace and be dressed in good clothing and all of that type of energy. So it would be a real upgrade for you and your family, and prestigious. And this would represent the Page of Cups. You know, so this would be someone between 7 and 14, and maybe 14 to 21. If they were doing a really good job, they might even be considered for knighthood if they could afford a horse when they hit that age. So this is talking about, you know, this could represent someone that you've known since elementary school, or someone in your life, you know, that from around that age, going to, I'm getting elementary school to high school, or even someone that you met in college or university, if you attended college or university, and they're coming. Maybe this is the energy that's coming back into your life. But it would be someone most likely that you have not had a serious relationship with, and someone that is, you know, that you maybe haven't seen for a long time. It doesn't have to be from that time frame, but what it is saying is you were a lot younger now than you were then. It could even be like 7 years ago, 14 years ago, 21 years ago, if you look at it from that level. And this is saying they have their eye on you, you have their eye on them. This page, he knows that there's plenty of fish in the sea, but he has his eye on this fish. And that's the one that he is interested in. And that again is talking about investigation. It sometimes can represent that someone has their eye on you in that way as well, or on your situation. We have justice coming in. And so this is talking about, you know, the judgment has been called. The judgment, justice comes in from the spiritual realm. And quite often the Hierophant would be someone that would be an authority figure that would be able to deliver that justice. You know, and we have the lawyer energy here. So it could be something to do with that. Or it could be saying these could be the figures that are the external forces maybe that have some, like, they might have had something to do with this way back then. It could be an energy of both. It could be, you know, so just, you know, it could be that these kings are the emperor, and this is the energy that you've known this person, and now this person is coming back into your life, and he's in a hurry to get to you. So, and it could be for good reasons, because there's an investigation coming in. He has, he's been keeping his eye on you because there's some really good energy coming in. There's justice coming in. So just, you know, take it however your intuition is telling you to take it. This is about, you know, Libra energy is usually about being ready for commitments and that. So that could be, you know, the King of Wands could definitely be this, someone who's really intelligent and, you know, knows people in higher places, basically, or he's become an authority figure in that energy because he's been through similar situation as you, or you could be that person. And now this is talking about having your eye on someone, or they have their eye on you and wanting to work with you, maybe even be in a relationship with you. It's some sort of justice coming through. Sometimes the justice is just that you found each other, you know, that type of energy. It's like a needle in the haystack kind of energy. But you can see that this, the justice figure is ready to step forward. She's got her right foot peeking out from underneath her robe, saying that she's ready to take action. As soon as she gets notice from the Most High, she will deliver that. And this is talking about karma. A lot of people, they think karma is punishment, but karma is just cause and effect of your actions, really. So you could have direct karma. You directly did something to cause, you know, pain to other people, suffering, and you knew you were doing it, and you didn't care, and you did it anyway. That's kind of energy. And so this could be directly because of something you did, or sometimes it can be that your ancestors have unfinished business and it's been passed down to you as a debt. And so it's talking about paying that debt. And there doesn't have to be suffering, but the debt still has to be paid, if you understand what I'm saying. So this can be from associations and of people that you're around, or from your ancestors and descendants. And then, there also is a lot of karmic spaces that we all fall into, like real tempting situations that happen, and shift happens, and humans are human and have a tendency to fall into some, they don't see it coming or whatever is happening. So the justice could be just simply that you've found each other, that it's going to increase, both, like it's really going to be a huge upgrade. And that in itself would be justice alone. But there also, with the cards out here, could be some sort of justice coming in for some missing pentacles. Like if there's a reason why people do anything, follow the money, it'll usually take you to the reason. Some people will do anything for money, and I do mean anything. So this is really, it's a good reading, Libra. There's a lot of promise here. Keep an eye on that next reading coming up for that June 9th date. I'm interested to see what the cards have to say about that. And I'm going to clarify for those that want clarification. Thank you for your likes and comments. I really appreciate them. If you're leaving here now, consider subscribing. I would be honored if you did so. I'm going to clarify now with my oracle, Tales from the Vector. And I started this back in 2007. I completed all 64 paintings in 2020. And now I do have a website, talesfromthevector.com. The numbers on these cards represent the paintings as they're in the gallery on my website. So you can check it out if you want. In the description box below, I will have these numbers listed in the order they appear here, so you can look it up and you'll know which paintings. They say a painting paints 1,000 words. This is courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. And this is one from the horoscope series, like the Zodiac. And there's a lot of very big 3-foot by 4-foot dragons from the future. And that's why it's taken me such a long time, because they were very detailed paintings that are really big. I found out dragons like big paintings. So the moon is talking about opening up this energy, and I feel like this is such it's a rare opportunity to have a blue moon, and then it's a rare opportunity to have Venus and Jupiter in the energy of Gemini, or in the energy of Cancer. And also I feel like it's just like a really highly intuitive time. I am just warning you, it might be quite an emotional time, because with 3 moons in 1 month, it can be say there's going to be a lot of emotion. Capricorn energy is talking about taking that ambition and using it to its fullest. This is the bringing all these possibilities that you see that in the challenges down to earth, so that you're not afraid of them anymore. You've done that inner work, and you can see the possibilities in the challenges and take advantage of that energy. We have Taurus, which is talking again about the pentacle energy. And this is about learning the give and take in life, like how the best investment that you can ever have would be in yourself. Like if you can upgrade yourself through education or whatever means, to learning from your mistakes, learning from the past, moving forward, always having like an open mind to, you can always, there's always room for improvement. This kind of energy really will propel you forward. And it takes time to learn the discernment, to know how much time, money, and energy do you want to invest in someone, and who do you want to invest that in, or what do you want to invest that in, and what is the anticipated return, and is it a fair exchange? All of those questions. Then we have the Tower, and the Tower is talking about a reality check coming in. It says divorce on here, but the worst divorce is from source. So there is a tower landing on this energy of abundance, and that it feels like this tower, though, is a reality check for this energy here. I feel this is really going to be beneficial for you when the truth comes out. You're going, if it's only beneficial because now you know all the, like you have the answers to the questions that you had about your childhood, knowing the truth is going to propel you forward in making stronger decisions and letting go of any fear around doing so. The Leo energy, it's being Leos are natural born leaders. Of course, that's this fire energy. And this is about having the confidence to lead. This is about maturity, though, and about going inward and knowing when, instead of, Leo tends to, they're natural born leaders, but that energy tends to be like, if they aren't confident, they just fill it up with arrogance and like squeak by kind of energy. And this is talking about knowing when to ask for help and going to someone, to the Most High and saying, look, I could really use some help here. I need to meditate and pray to get in touch with what my authentic desires are, that type of energy. I want to point out, when I have horoscope signs coming up, I'm not talking about individuals here. I'm talking about the signs. As I said at the beginning of the reading, we can have... if you ever get your birth chart done, you'll find that you have probably most of the signs within you, and we can learn from them and learn, how to improve our performance or ourselves, how to be happier. And we don't have to, we can also learn more about other people, and because from all these different perspectives. The Hangman can be talking about, you may have been feeling like you've been in stuck energy, but the balance is coming. The Hangman hangs from the tree of knowledge, and until his aura lights up, and he's hanging upside down because he wants to see everything from every perspective possible before taking action. The Chariot is just representing, this is coming in fast now. If you've been stuck and you've been waiting, the wheels are turning now. This is talking about moving forward. It's already, the Judgment is already coming in from and this card is here. The judgment has now been made in the spiritual realm and will be coming down to the physical. This is talking about the solar plexus. Remember to breathe. That may sound weird, but breathe through your nose. It brings more oxygen to your brain and calms the mind, especially when you're meditating. If you're meditating and your mind keeps wandering, getting more oxygen to the brain could be very beneficial. To quiet the mind. We have Virgo energy coming in as well. So this is about communication, strong communication with yourself and with others, being able to contribute. Virgo can be very analytical. So if you need some analytical critique, ask a Virgo. They are very good at finding what the odd thing is that's sticking out kind of energy. But you have to be careful with that energy, because it also can represent anal criticism, which we talked about, like watching your words. It's sitting right on here, watching your words. What words do you use with yourself? You don't want to be criticizing yourself. Virgo has a tendency to do that with himself and with others, and others who are not used to that energy find it annoying. So sometimes the analytical critique is really good. The anal criticism really doesn't do much to empower anyone. And then we have the third eye chakra. It's using your insight to gain. It's saying something is going on. You might be feeling this energy coming in. Trust your intuition. The wheel of fortune is turning. If you're not imagining it, there is a shift coming in. And we have the Cancer energy. So that's talking about, the moon energy that we have right now, the blue moon coming up, and also Venus and Jupiter moving into the sign of Cancer on June the 9th. It's coming up again. We have justice coming in again. So this is saying, and this is in your career and reputation. And so if you've been waiting, like wanting something cleared up that has happened in the past, you've been accused of something, or the facts are not correct, that is going to, there's promise of that shifting. And we have the Scorpio energy here. So this is talking about, I feel this is in blessings. So I feel like when this information comes out, it's going to elevate and unite you within yourself and the people maybe that were silly and believed whatever they heard about you without checking into it properly. And that's what it's saying. people go on foolish journeys when they have expectations, and expectations will always create limitations. So make sure if you're going on a journey that it's authentic. You're not just listening to people, you know, and believing what you hear. You're better off not believing in too much at all, actually. You're better off in finding out for yourself, checking it out, especially these days with all the AI and all that extra energy out there. It's important to, you know, check, make sure that the information you're receiving is not AI generated. All right, this is a really good reading for you, Libra. I do hope you've enjoyed it. Consider subscribing if you resonate with the channel. I really appreciate your likes and comments. And I will be back with that reading regarding the beginning of June. And I'm interested to see what comes out for that month. Bye for now.